All right, we are live. What's going on, my fellow entrepreneurs? Welcome to another episode from the Lone Assassin, where we give you the tools, training, and resources you need to grow your business. And we're doing another segment today on real estate. And we've got Jose back from BDA Solutions, always providing us with a ton of value. We're going to talk about a very specific strategy for finding real estate deals. This is particularly effective if you are brand new to real estate. Maybe you don't have a huge marketing budget for getting real estate deals into your pipeline. There's some really cool, some really simple yet very powerful and very cool strategies that you can do, and this is one of them. So we're going to be breaking down basically how you can use Zillow for free to find potential real estate deals and even get notified when certain types of deals that you gravitate towards that you're looking for actually show up on Zillow, so you can respond to it right away. So Jose is going to be sharing exactly how to do that. So make sure you stick to the end. This is going to be a really cool strategy to add to your arsenal here. So only ask, as usual, if you find the video helpful, just hit that like button, consider subscribing. We come out with tons of really awesome training on business, real estate, etc. And also make sure you take advantage of the free consultation with Jose and his team. We'll have a link down in the description. I'll actually go ahead and put the website as well on the screen now. And so if you're looking to get started in real estate, or even if you're a seasoned real estate investor and you're looking to take it to the next level, you need to get funding for your deals. You want a proven process for growing your real estate business. Definitely take advantage of that free strategy session. So with that said, let's go ahead and dive right into it. Quick welcome to Jose, my man. How you doing, brother?
Matt, good, man. I am blessed. I am very grateful for yet another opportunity to reach out to our audience a little bit, hopefully give a little bit of value, and really emphasize the fact that our company, our entire business model is based around giving as much information as we can up front, helping people make the best decision that they possibly can instead of reacting to situations. Hopefully we can help people be a little bit more prepared up front, and they are less reactive and more proactive. So, I mean, hopefully people find some value in it. I invite everyone watching to please take a chance, watch this all the way to the very end, and hopefully you pick up a technique or two.
Yeah, for sure. And I appreciate your time too, because I know you're closing on a house yourself right now, right?
Correct. Yeah. We're actually getting ready
So you got a lot
to
going on.
yeah, we've got a lot bouncing around, and it's an exciting time. It's a scary time, but you know, it's the clock doesn't stop moving just because we don't want it to, you know. So we're here, we're helping, and hopefully giving out as much value as possible.
Truer words never spoken. Well, we appreciate your time, man. So let's go ahead and dive into this. How do you want to start? You want to maybe do like a general breakdown overview of how the strategy works, where this comes from? Because I believe this is part of your partner, the partner process or arrangement that you have within your own consulting firm. So why don't you give us a breakdown of how the strategy works?
Yeah, absolutely, man. So we at BDA Solutions and Consulting, what we do is we concentrate on the financial aspect, securing, making sure that the projects you're looking at are that they're viable, that they're profitable, that they fit your financial picture, whether in the current or as we help you grow into the role that you will need to get into that type of project. But the actual techniques behind this strategy, they're not mine. I'm nowhere near the IQ level that it takes to sit down and come up with these techniques. What I'm literally doing is taking what I've learned from our partners over at the consulting company that we use and we refer our clients to. This is what they specialize in. And so I just want to take a sliver of the knowledge that they have, apply it to some of the techniques that I've used in the past, and try to keep up with the market as we stand, because the market is changing drastically every single day. There was a report that just came out not too long ago saying that, you know, the real estate market is doing phenomenal. The inventory on for sale properties is down. That means that, you know, that whatever's going on with the economy isn't affecting housing prices, et cetera, et cetera. I want to caution people and let people know that that might be a false flag. The reason inventory is so low is because interest rates are so much higher. So people that are interested in selling their home are electing to not sell their home
Right.
because it's going to cost them more to get into their new home. So
Right.
instead, what they're doing is renting that property out. So the inventory is low, not because everybody's buying, but it's because people are withholding
Right.
from selling. So that is why, the numbers might be appearing a little better than they actually are. In my personal opinion, there is a bit of a correction coming. So, again, the more minds that are sitting down at the table, we can, pound the issues out, iron out the wrinkles, and hopefully, again, give as much education as we can so that you make the best decision that you possibly can for you and your future.
Right.
So with that being said, you're a brand new investor, you're trying to get into the real estate game, you know you've got a little bit of education behind you, but you don't have a huge budget, but you're ambitious, you want to get your name out there, you want to start pounding the pavement and putting out offers. One of the things that we use is Zillow. Zillow is an absolutely free service. You can go onto zillow.com, and we in this strategy, I'm going to help you find ways so that you can go out and generate leads without you spending a single dollar in marketing, ads, mail campaigns, bandit signs, none of that. So yeah, as we kind of grow into these, whether you're rehabbing, whether you're into buy and hold, or even if you're in the creative financing space where you're looking for sub two deals, there might be a little bit of something in here for you. So again, take a chance and listen through, and hopefully you can pick something up.
Awesome. And also, guys, too, this is just one strategy that you should have in your arsenal as well. Like, this is a good a starter strategy. If you're able to do ads and bandit signs and all that stuff, absolutely, door knock and all that good stuff, absolutely do it. But this is something that you should at least have set up, because from what I understand was that you guys have a strategy for using, like, setting up specific keywords and then getting notified later on. So it's almost
Right.
kind of building your pipeline automatically in the background once you have it set up. So it's absolutely something you want to have in place. So you want to go ahead and share your screen, and
Yeah,
we'll hop
absolutely.
over to Zillow and see how to actually set this up?
Absolutely. Let's go ahead and do that. So again, I'm gonna walk through this with everyone kind of live. So I'm gonna try to pick an area that I know relatively well. Again, I'm in Chicago, so I'm gonna look at a very popular and stable neighborhood, which is the Mount Greenwood neighborhood here in Chicago. In my personal opinion, this area would be phenomenal for rental properties. If you can pick up a good rehab property, you will get top dollar in this area. So the way you start the strategy out is, again, put in a specific zip code or put in a city. Make sure that this first option here is for sale properties. You don't want for rent, you don't want sold. This would also be a good way for you to, again, if you're kind of putting together a strategy based on what market to look into and you don't have access to a realtor, running this sold option may also be a good data source for you to be able to start making those decisions, to start connecting dots with
Right.
regards to, renting, selling, wholesaling, et cetera, et cetera. So
Right.
on the for sale sign, you're looking for properties that are for sale. Over here on the more option, you've got another drop down. What you want to do is go all the way down to the bottom, and there's this section here called keywords. Here you can either put in a specific MLS number, which will take you to a specific listing, or you can put in a keyword and it will search the description that is written for that listing. So for example, if you put in the word pool, it will pull everything that has the word pool in the description. Now, mind you, that does not mean that the property will have a pool. It just means that pool is somehow referenced in the description of the property or in the description of the actual listing. So kind of keep that in mind. Sometimes those things overlap. Many times they don't. But keep that in mind. This is based on the description, not the actual property itself.
Okay.
So, for example, I am looking for a fix and flip property in this specific zip code. One of the terms that I might be, inclined to look at is maybe motivated. I want a seller that is motivated to give me the best price possible so that I can maximize my profit. So if I do motivated and I hit apply, it's going to eliminate everything that does not have the word motivated in the description. So here is this listing. Now for 219,000, it's a 2-bed, 1-bath, 720 square feet. And hopefully my Wi-Fi here kicks in. If you scroll down to the
you're
overview.
Cutting out for a second, but you're good now.
Okay, yeah. In the overview, here you've got the description. This is where we're going to find that keyword motivated. So here the seller's motivated will look at all serious offers. So in my mind, for this particular listing, I've got two options. If the seller will take my cash offer, this might be a great deal to buy and hold because the property itself looks like it's in pretty decent condition. It doesn't look like it needs a whole lot of work. So this would probably be a rental property, maybe throw in a couple grand just to update some appliances, maybe put in a backsplash or what have you in the kitchen. But the other thing that comes to my mind immediately is seller financing. If this seller is motivated and looking for all serious offers, this property has probably been owned. I don't know if it will go back to the actual history of this. So it was listed for sale back in 2023, pending sale in 2016. So it's probably been under the same owner for about the last 7 years. That means that the interest rate on this particular property is probably at those historic lows that we are reminiscing about right now. So it's probably at a 4 or 5% interest rate. So this would be great to leverage, put in an offer, let them get their top dollar, but you are leveraging their great interest rate, their mortgage, and your exit strategy is then dependent on what you want to do with the property, whether you are leasing it out yourself for your own home or possibly going out getting another tenant for it and have them pay the mortgage while you and the homeowner are sharing cash flow. So the possibilities are there. Now, once you're done, taking a look, scoping out these different properties, what you can do up here is hit save search. When you hit this save search button, what it's going to do, it's going to ask you for sale in that particular zip code with the particular keywords that you put in at the beginning. The email frequency, you always want to select instant, okay? That way you are instantly notified when a new property hits the market and has the keyword that you're in there looking for. You hit update, and immediately from that point on, your inbox is now going to be a lead magnet. You are going to be getting leads coming in on a fairly regular basis, depending on your market. And you'll be getting the types of properties that you are specifically looking for. Now, again, the keywords that you choose are going to be what separates kind of your most desired leads versus those that aren't. So I just want to throw a couple of these keywords out at everyone. So grab a pen and paper and write these down, use them, start generating some of these leads and start reaching out to these folks and see if they're open to getting some type of offer from you. So overall, investor-friendly terms. You've got terms like fix, fixer, flip, contractor, contractor special, renovations, and renovate. Overall, you're going to get a decent amount of investor-friendly properties or listings with those key terms. Okay. If you're looking for a fix and flip property, you're looking for properties that, in essence, you cannot compete with the retail market on. Those are the ones that you want to go after. If somebody can come in with a conventional mortgage and put an offer on the property, you're going to get beat out on it 10 out of 10 times. Right. So you want properties that cannot qualify for retail financing. The terms that you want to use on Zillow to set those up would be cash only, as is, where is, no contingencies, no inspections, will not finance, no FHA, and no VA. Those are a decent number of key terms that you can use to pretty much assure yourself that the listing itself is a fix and flip property.
Gotcha.
Okay.
And also, guys, just real quick, we'll see if we can put like a little Google Doc together, and I'll put that in the description. So if you guys want to get a list of all these keywords, then that'll be in the description. So
for those of you that are watching that might be interested in the buy and hold arena, some good keywords to look for on that end would be literally buy and hold, 1031, 1031 exchange, rental, tenant, long-term tenants, do not disturb is actually a really good one, because those types of properties, if you do have a showing for it, it's at a block time because people are living there. They don't want to be disturbed. So do not disturb is a really good keyword to look for a rental property, an existing rental property. Then you've also got cash flow, cash cow, and portfolio. So those are good key terms to use when looking for a long-term investment property. And then finally, we've got creative financing. Again, if you're looking for some type of sub-2 deal, somewhere, if you have a lender like we do that will possibly help you leverage existing financing to get into an acquisition, you can use keywords like must sell, bring all offers, priced to sell, entertaining all offers, financing available, lease option, rent to own, and land contract. Those are the ones that we've found that we've almost been able to assure that the end buyer, or the end seller, I should say, is the type of person that we want to talk to when it comes to getting into that type of deal, as opposed to sending out a mailing campaign and just looking at the numbers of the property based off of preliminary research. You don't know who's calling you back. That's when you get cussed out. That's when people start telling you, stop wasting my time. That's not what I'm looking for. These are the keywords that you can hopefully, narrow down, focus on, and get the type of client that you're actually looking for.
So not just finding the types of potential deals, but also saving your time and maybe a little bit of headache and sanity as well. Because when you contact these people, you're in more alignment with, like your offer is in alignment with what they're open to, because that's what they've put in the description as part of the sale of this property. Like, this is what they're open to. So when you have a conversation with them, you're both already kind of on the same page.
You're on the same page already. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Makes sense. Now, what I wanted to ask was with these keywords, when you set them up for the email notifications, do you have to set it up for each individual keyword, or can you group them together like you had a few for each category: creative financing, fix and flip? Like, can you combine some keywords in one search and save that, or do you have to do each individual keyword?
No, what I do is I group them together. What I do is, for example, I don't like to put any more than 3 keywords per search, so it can be a little tedious when it comes to actually, setting these things up. I like to look for really good combination of words to, again, really narrow down on the type of properties that you are actually seeking. Now, the search will come back to what those key terms are, and only if all of those key terms are in the description. So if you put those three key terms, all three of those have to be in that description for you to
Okay.
get notified for it.
So
If
if
you
it
only
has,
put
so if it
one,
has
then you only
two,
get.
I got you. So if you put three, can you pull up that search filter again really quick where you type in the keywords just so we can show an example really quick. So when you do the keywords there, so let's say you put, motivated,
And let's say, for
all
example, must sell.
offers, yeah, must sell, right? So if you put those in, let's say the description only has must sell, but it doesn't
Must
have
sell.
but it doesn't
Motivated.
have motivated, that search will
Right.
not come up.
That shirt will not come up. Right. So
Okay.
that's why
So
that particular listing that we just looked at is no longer there, because I added
okay,
in must sell.
I
Not
got you.
motivated was there, but not must sell.
I got you. That's a really important thing to understand, guys. So here's really where you might actually, Jose, let me know what you think about this, but you might actually want to set it up both ways, because so if you have multiple keywords in one search, that's going to be a higher quality, I guess you could say, a potentially higher quality deal because
Better
it
lead.
has more
Right.
of those keywords. You're going to get fewer deals though, fewer
Fewer
leads,
hits. Hmm.
versus if you do one keyword on each, you're going to have more volume, but maybe it's not as high quality. I would say maybe set up both, right? So have 3 or 4 keywords in one search, but then break those keywords up into 4 individual searches as well. Do you think that way you're getting
Yeah.
the volume, but occasionally you're getting the really high quality too? What do you think about that?
Yeah. No, and that is a really great idea. The reason that I'm kind of communicating in the way that I am is because our full-time job isn't to look for properties. This is what we do to kind of help build a portfolio on the side.
Right.
For those of you that are into this, and this is what you do, this is how you eat, absolutely, I would set up different searches, save different searches using even individual key terms, saving that, get notification for those, and then bundle them again. We can put together a Google Doc sheet that we can share, and I can share the keywords with you. You can do mix and matches, find out which terms work best for you, which ones will get the best results. But what you really want to do is narrow down who it is that you're going to pick up the phone and talk to. You
Right.
don't want to just pick up the phone and talk to anyone, because again, that's when you start coming into, well, that's not what I want, that's not what I need. You want to pick up and actually talk to the people that are, again, on the same page as you are.
Makes sense. Okay, man, I love that. That's really cool. So, what would you say is the best way to go about reaching out to these people? Like, should you reach out to them directly on Zillow there? Like, I think there's a way to contact the listing realtor or whatever, or maybe do like you look up their address and try and find the owner. Like, what do you think is the best way to reach out to them?
So the best way, the most effective way for you to get an actual response is to reach out to, because most of these properties are listed on the MLS.
Right.
So the realtor is involved. So you would have to go through the realtor to try to get the deal done and structured. Now there's going to be a learning process there, because most realtors are of the mindset that it's conventional financing only, and if bring your bank approval, bring your
Right.
appraisal, bring whatever. So there might be a learning curve for the real estate agent there also, but that your end seller is on the same page as you are because of those key terms. So if
Right.
calling the realtor and presenting your offer to the realtor isn't gaining ground, hey, at that point, it's worth the stamp, it's worth the drive if you're local, for you to, go knock on the door, say, hey, you know what? I think this might be a better deal for us. Let's sit down and talk.
Sure.
But again, it's worth the risk because you have the data to support
Right.
that this individual is looking for the solution that you have to offer.
Right.
So it does not hurt at all for you to take those extra approaches to get that deal under contract.
That's awesome, man. Very cool. Okay. Uh, Pretty simple strategy. Is there much more to it than that, or once
No,
they
I
have this set
mean,
up, it's pretty much good to go?
this is the basics. I mean, you can obviously, mold this to suit however you run your business. Another really unique strategy that my consultants ran by me is to go into the county website, the recorder of deeds, and look for properties that are sold by the VA and the HUD. That can be used to help establish a residential fix and flip territory. You can, based on how many FHA properties or VA properties were sold in a county, that could be a really good area to target. The way that you would find those very quickly is going into the search bar on the seller component of the search inquiry. You just type in secretary, and it'll pop up the Secretary of Veterans Affairs and the Secretary of Housing. And so any property that was sold by either the VA or the HUD will pop up on that search. So that way you can either take that data and use that to formulate an offer, to put together a market analysis. The situations are almost endless there with regards to data to make decisions and even possibly make offers on those properties without having to go through the tedious websites that, some of those websites can be a little clunky. So if
Yeah.
you go onto those and search for them live, you'll be able to see them, see what the listing price is, and put in offers immediately.
Awesome. I love it. Well, very cool. So definitely recommend getting this strategy up and running, guys. Like Jose mentioned earlier, a little bit of a tedious process getting the keywords in there, but it's one of those things that once you have it set up, you don't really have to do it again. And every month, obviously depending on where you live,
Yeah, it might be even be daily
you,
where you get that feedback back.
Sure. If you're a bigger city, I guess, you're probably gonna, you'll probably get multiple emails a day. I would imagine.
Right. Right.
And of course, depending on how the market's doing too. So very cool strategy. Really appreciate it, Jose. And like I said, guys, we'll put a Google Doc together and put that in the description for you guys. You can copy and paste the keywords, what keywords to put in. Again, make sure, if you're just getting started, you're looking for funding, financing, you want to connect with the consulting partner that Jose has. Make sure you take advantage of the free strategy call in the description as well, and start building your team. We'll also have the recordings to the other real estate trainings that we've done about finding deals, running numbers, all that stuff, talking about exit strategies. So make sure you check that out as well. So with that said, we'll go ahead and wrap up. Jose, any final thoughts? Anything else?
No, man. Again, thank you. Thank you for your time. Everyone that kind of stayed through the end, again, hopefully there's some value here for you. One thing that I do suggest that everyone does is take this strategy, make it your own, but don't let it consume you, because you can get lost in the details with this. Go out and hire yourself a VA, $5-6 an hour, and have them do the fine combing, have them,
Right.
do the vetting of the leads, and make your time as productive as possible. Work on your business, not in your business.
Right.
And again, give us a call. I mean, all of this information, we're doing it every single day. It's much more value packed if you know exactly what your financing situation has looked like, what you qualify for, how much money you need to get through the project. We can get all of that done for you. And then you go out and apply this marketing strategy, because again, you've got more information than you can possibly need. So, again, we're here to help, and hopefully, people see that and take advantage of the resources that we have and go out and make people's lives a whole lot better.
Well, I don't know why they wouldn't, because it only helps to grow their business, right? You know, the more tools, resources, team you have, the better you're going to do. So connect with Jose, guys. Jose, always a pleasure, man. Really appreciate your time and knowledge, as always. And we'll talk to you on the next one. All right.
Sounds good, man.
All right. Take care.
Bye.